And hello everyone. Welcome in. Hope you're all doing well on this, at least here, very bleary, cold Monday. I'm hoping that this can provide a little bit of cozy distraction, whatever kind of Monday you're having. Welcome in everyone. It's been a bit since we played this game. I'm looking forward to it for today. Let me turn the music down just a tad. There we go. Don't want it to overpower me. I hope it's still audible on stream. Welcome in to anyone who's here. Oh, excuse me. Today we are playing more of Tavern Talk. We'll see how things go. If I were playing on my own, I would be honest, I probably would have save scummed a few times to make sure that the quests we send people on go okay. But, it's entirely possible that stuff goes bad. And in this particular case, because we're playing live, I am simply going to let the chips fall where they may. We will see how things go. I do hope we manage to save the day by the end. As I said, there is an impending apocalypse, it seems. There is a guy in a spooky armor. Supposedly, at least we think it's a guy with spooky armor. Supposedly causing some very bad things to happen. Hello, welcome in. Supposedly, allegedly, he's already caused a star whale to swallow a star that then made the entire heaven full of stars fall down. I wonder what whatever the next disaster will be. I wonder indeed. Hello! Just give it a few minutes for people to file in a little bit. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well on this bleary Monday. I'm doing alright. It's been a long work day, but I am looking forward to some cozy adventures and some drinks. I do wonder what happens if you end up making some pretty big mistakes on these quests. I wonder what the consequences actually will be. So far, we've had most of our quests, I think all of our quests, be successful. But we shall see if they remain successful. And I wonder what the consequences will be. This feels like too cozy of a game to go really dark, but I guess we'll see. They have been pulling out some amazingly helpful and existential quotes and a bunch of therapy advice, and a bunch of really deep stuff. We will see if they continue that trend by having the bad ending or the good ending be really deep or really dark or whatever. I'm looking forward to discovering what happens. I am playing this game for the first time. I am chopping it up into bits on the Monday evening for me, because it is quite a long game. I mean, it's probably taking a lot longer, you know, reading everything out. Reading everything out and, you know, doing all the voices and taking my time making choices and making drinks probably has led to this game being a lot longer than it might otherwise have been if I was playing on my own. But oh well. Is everything audible on stream? Am I audible? Is the music audible? Just making sure the volume levels are okay. Boy. I need to get back into the headspace for this game. I will have to see if I can remember all the voices I was doing for everyone. There were quite a few really odd ones, so we'll see whether I can actually remember. And if for all of you watching this later on, whenever I upload this to YouTube as a full, like, edited videos, if the voices change at some point, I do apologize, but I play them, like, each chapter, like, a week apart, so I may just completely forget, honestly. Think I sound fine? Alright. Well, thank you. Anyway, yeah, it was a long work day. There's always lots of work events and stuff towards the end of the year, the end of the month. Those are always a little tiring, but, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully this game will be a nice, relaxing, cozy little adventure. Hopefully we won't fail any quests really horribly. Hopefully we'll all have a good time and we'll all do well. I'm really attached to a lot of these characters, and I'm hoping that none of them really get hurt. I suppose we shall see. You had to raise your volume when you came in. Well, as long as I'm still audible and the music isn't louder than me, I think that's probably fine. I'm trying to avoid putting my mic too close to my face to avoid the peaking that it does when I laugh, because apparently my laugh is loud enough to cause a really bad, like, audio artifacting and glitching and peaking, and I don't like that, so I've put my mic a little bit further away, but that probably results in some lower volume. But that's alright. Yeah, I'm getting used to the whole streaming on both Twitch and YouTube thing. It still takes a bit of finagling every time. It took me about, like, 20 minutes to get it all working. Has anybody gotten hurt or anything yet? Not yet, but we have sent the noble kid who doesn't really know what he's doing off on a quest, I think. I'm not sure. We sent somebody off to guard to be like bodyguards for his friend, or maybe we made that quest and nobody's taken it yet. I don't remember. But we'll see. I have connected the game, but I believe the game only works on Twitch. So for those of you trying to put the commands in on YouTube, I don't think that's gonna work. I'm sorry. Archie, yeah. I think the interaction thing. No, it's not Archie. He didn't go off on the quest. It was his friend who had the quest of finding a bodyguard. I just don't remember if we sent somebody off on that quest or not already. I'm hoping we get the best ending where we get, like, all of the quests do successfully, but I'm sure we'll get one wrong somewhere. The game has been on a very big trend of off to Twitch you go. You got a pet undo, right? Yeah, it's one of those things where the game has been very heavily leaning towards the talky charisma or clever option being the better option than the you know, full force strength defense option, combat option. And I'm sure that there will be quests where it's the opposite and we just get it wrong. We'll see what happens. I don't want to save scum. Whatever happens, happens. I just hope that we manage to stave off whatever apocalypse this guy in spooky armor is trying to accomplish. Yeah. One of those things where you never know what you know, outcomes the game decides to make better or worse. I do like that even this far into the game, we're still introducing new drinks and new ingredients. I imagine it's pretty much stopped now. I think we've probably unlocked pretty much everything, but we'll see. I guess maybe we might get some new recipes. I have no idea. From what I've seen, we're about halfway through. You also had to come to Twitch to be able to pet Andu. Ah, well, yeah, fair enough. Priorities. Indeed. Petting Andu was priority number 1. Yeah, I'm sure we won't get everything right, and that's okay for like a Twitch playthrough where I don't really want to save scum because we do what we do, and if chat votes for the wrong one, then chat voted for the wrong one. That's what happens. I just hope that we manage to mostly get the good ending at the end of the game. I said it before, but I don't think this game is gonna go super dark. It might, but it seems too cozy of a game to go really dark. And even if it does, it's not like it's gonna be on screen, it's just gonna be described to us after the fact. Which is less bad, I guess. Rather than seeing it on screen. Yeah. Anyway, enough rambling. Let me turn off the music here. And go into... The ending is based on percentage of successful quests. Okay, well, from what I gather, we're about halfway through the game at this point, which is astonishing to me because I know it's taking a longer time because I am reading out all of the dialogue in funny voices and all of that, and giving you guys time to vote and like taking my time and all of this stuff. But it is astonishing how much content there is actually in this game from what I was expecting to just be like a small little cozy game. The worst ending requiring no successful quests, so at least you're not getting that one. Okay, well that's good to know. I mean, we're halfway through the game, so we still have a chance to fuck up real bad if we get it wrong. We'll see, I guess. Let me switch to the game here. There we are. Where? One? Alrighty. And we're back into cozy vibes. With the beautiful art style and the cozy music, which I hope is audible on stream. Please let me know if it's too quiet. Yeah. Let's get back into it. We are in chapter 12. I love the art style for this, I have to say. And the tiny little dragon who's only here on sunny days. I believe we have switched now from Halloween decorations to winter-themed decorations. We'll see when we get in. Oh, excuse me. Start day. Oh, yes! That looks very different. Hi! But let's take a second and look at the decorations. Alright, so there's a hat. A little lovely warm winter hat. There's a bow on the tentacle coming out of the flower pot. There's a little snow person with a magical snowy leaves and candles and holly, I guess, on the windowsill. Oh, this is super cute. I wonder, this isn't mistletoe, is it? Because if this is mistletoe, that's gonna make it awkward. Let's see. Oh no, we haven't sent anyone off yet on this one, I guess. Have we? Did we? I don't remember now. Did we already send somebody off on that? Maybe we did. Mistletoe has white berries. Yeah, maybe it's just more holly. I don't know. I think it's more holly because it looks the same as this. But this is very cute. I love the winter decor. And the cutest cat girl detective. I'm glad they both returned safely. I was a little concerned, I'll be honest.
Zoa's best detective duo has returned.
Welcome back, Melly and Malachi. John?
I'm calling him Aura now.
Because he's giving you migraines?
No, because of his gloomy aura, of course. ...
Well then, Melly, Aura, it's good to have you two back in town. I assume you were able to solve the mystery surrounding the missing familiars?
Yes, with the help of my trusty assistant, I was able to figure it out. ...
That's remarkable, I have to say. Or Zephyr, or Malachite, or yeah. Good thing you went with her, Aura. It was a dangerous mission. Did you encounter a T-Rex? Of course not, but we were nearly burned alive. That's not what I would have expected. You must always expect life to double-cross you. I'm glad you both made it back in one piece. But I'm curious, what was the reason behind those vanishing familiars? Do I need to worry about Ondu disappearing too? No!
How about we tell you what happened in Zilford, but only in exchange for 2 free drinks?
I can see you've learned a thing or two on your first big mission.
Aura taught me how to be more cunning.
Oh, he's smiling. He's smiling. Only the basics. No need to be so humble. You taught her well. What kind of drink would you like today, Melly?
I want something... something that'll polish my investigative and deductive skills. A drink that'll make me even smarter than I am now, so no mysterious case like this one will ever be unsolvable for me.
Coming right up. Alright, here you go, chat. One at a time. Yeah, what a good boy. I think there's a cooldown of like a minute or two. So, sorry folks. Somebody got there first. Let's see. That's climbing. Well, let's make Ondu's favorite drink, the Sparkling Nebula. So we get the... Oh, looks like it's still on cooldown. I don't know, folks. I don't know how long the cooldown is. I'm sorry. One of these. There it goes. 1, 2, 3. Yay! We got the special Ondu Sparkle! He does not hate you. It's the plugin. It's just the cooldown on the thing that's unclear. I wish they would tell you how long the cooldown is, but they don't. It's fine. Sorry, chat. Let's see if this will make your brain cells multiply.
Thank you. Let me try. Ooh, this is good. I can already feel it. I'm gonna be completely unstoppable.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes. Initially, I wanted to sit this one out, but I might actually need a drink now. It would be my pleasure if it means that I get to hear your story. Running a tavern for free is easy when you don't pay for things like labor, trash disposal, ingredients, utensils, glasses, or land. Yeah, fair. Also, I am longing for another one of your little secrets. Right, we made a deal. Correct, correct. So what will it be today? ... Maybe something that'll help me counter her verbal attacks now that she's linguistically invincible. So, the usual. Alright, give me a second, I'll be right back. There you go, chat. Yeah, you got it! See, he doesn't hate you. You just mistimed it before. That's all. Spoken heart it is. So we have one of these. We have the charisma, which I still think looks like a honey bottle. Which I guess makes sense for a honeyed tongue. Spoken heart. This should make things easier for you. Oh.
I can see it in his face.
Is it that bad?
Huh? No, silly. He likes it.
You keep asking for secrets, you're still on your theory that we're a fae? Maybe.
You can clearly see it in the way his scarf is moving.
I see.
My deductive skills aren't that bad after all.
You'd think you could teach me a thing or two sometime?
Of course. Then we'll be a trio. The detective, her trusty assistant, and a curious apprentice.
I like the sound of that. It's been a while since I've been an apprentice. I don't remember being asked if I wanted to be a part of this. Dove's drink in face of customer. Secrets give to me. I mean, to be fair, the only person we are asking for secrets from is Aura. Because that's kind of his whole thing.
But I couldn't have completed the quest without you.
Because Aura made a deal with us? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I assume it will be answered at some point.
Also, being a detective's trusty assistant is an honorable duty. And I'm glad you came with me.
Of course. Couldn't let you walk headfirst into the open maw of a hungry T-Rex.
Eh.
Did you actually encounter a T-Rex in Zofert? You'd love to pay for tasty drinks with secrets and stories? Well, no, don't be silly. For a moment, I thought you just shared one of your many secrets with me. Right. I guess I owe you one of those now. ... My hair isn't actually all black. You don't have any stories worth a stat boosting drink, you don't think? Well, you never know what kind of stories people find interesting. I know, that's not a secret. I can clearly see the white streak. ... Dot, dot, dot. Anyways. But now, please, I'm dying to know what happened in Zoford.
So, thanks to the golden feathers, we made it to Zoford in the blink of an eye.
I don't think I've ever felt that fast in my life.
It was like he had the zoomies. They helped us remain unseen, too.
Of course a cat girl talks about having the zoomies. To a fae, every story or secret is worth it? Yeah, you never know. Something that, you know, what's that expression? One person's trash is another person's treasure? You never know. Thanks to your drink, we were able to sneak around the city without attracting too much attention.
But those ghosts was the clue we needed. I knew we'd find something at the dock, so we made our way there.
She was right. In the dead of night, just hours after we left your tavern, we spotted a peculiar dog roaming near the water. Sneaking with zoomies.
We watched as it tried to sneak onto a cargo ship.
It behaved weird, undog-like.
It hid behind some barrels and kept looking left and right before it started to sneak on board. I'd never seen a dog do that before.
It looked like it didn't know how to be a dog. It didn't use its nose, its ears.
It was just off. We watched as one of the workers noticed the dog and scared it away. But my investigative senses were tingling. So we started asking around. As detectives do when they want to collect some evidence.
A few people said they'd also seen some animals with odd behaviors. Most of them thought they had some kind of illness, like rabies. Or that they were spirits disguised in animal form, sent by a sea witch. So they stayed away and minded their own business.
Not very high-class detective of them, but they made for fine eyewitnesses.
Apparently there's something like a weekly get-together for all the town's familiars. We decided to check it out. And?
We managed to track down a few of the participating familiars to get more insight. It was a little tricky since none of them wanted to talk to us at first. I think they were a bit wary of strangers.
It also seems to be difficult for familiars to speak to people they don't know. Must have something to do with their magical abilities.
But with our combined charm and charisma, R and I were finally able to gain the trust of one of them. And they told us something strange.
That's a fun expression.
They said all those familiars that went missing seemed to have been in contact with one particular magician. So of course we had to pay that wizard a visit. Preferably when he wasn't at home.
I think that's called burglary. Finding out his address was child's play. Apparently he's quite popular among the people of Zoford.
It just took Aura a little bit of well-executed bribery to find the mage's home.
Did you take some notes?
I did. Prepare yourself to be my next test subject, Innkeeper.
Oh, there you go, chat. Chance to vote. Ooh, type 1 or 2 in chat. Whichever one you want to vote for. Give it a minute. Well, are we gonna get a tiebreaker? Guess not. Alrighty. I'm gonna go with, I'm excited to see how much you've learned.
You'll be surprised. Flabbergasted. Gobsmacked.
All excellent words. Very well. Your drink really did wonders. We managed to break in without anyone noticing.
It's so exciting. We snuck around looking for evidence. Maybe a hidden ritualistic chamber or something like that.
And did you find one?
Sadly, no. What? We found his office with the door open. Inside were a lot of books about different kinds of animals and familiars.
We figured he just loves animals, or at least needed that knowledge for something else.
As any world-class detective would, I also checked his trash can.
And? Did you find anything?
Well, nothing that helped solve the case. What? I did find something that you'd like between all that shredded paper. It looked like a recipe for a magical drink, just like the ones you serve. Ta-da!
Silent owl? That's very useful. What does that do? Ooh, look at that! That looks cool. With the silent owl, you make the night your own. Its accentuated taste and hand-selected spices allow you to become the silhouette lurking in the shadows. A quick sip of this drink will grant you the sight, strength, and subtlety of a natural predator. Okay. Okay. That's very useful, Melly. Thank you.
That's what I thought. Anyways, Mar and I continued our search for clues. His office also had books about common and uncommon diseases in animals, so we kinda had a connection to the reported cases of rabies.
I thought it was a bit of a stretch. Not that I could change your mind.
That wasn't all we found. Next to his desk in a small cupboard were his diaries.
Wait. I wonder how far, like, does the law go back to... I'm just seeing if I can check for my own thing, if I know, if I can double check who I sent off on which quest. Because it's been a while since we played, and I've kind of forgotten a lot of stuff. But it doesn't look like it. I was kind of hoping it would still have a list of who, like... Well, anyway, doesn't matter. Maybe it's in the map? Right, well... Guess not.
That wasn't all we found. Next to his desk in a small cupboard were his diaries. They were full of notes and spells that I didn't understand.
Something about transmutational magic. Uh-oh. While she studied his diaries, I rummaged through his belongings and scrolls. I had absolutely no clue what any of it meant until I found something of interest. Detailed instructions on how to unbind a familiar from their services.
A thought began to manifest itself in my brain, though I couldn't quite grasp it yet. But somehow my instincts told me I had all the information I needed. I just had to stitch everything together.
Kind of like what I do when I assemble quests for my patrons.
Exactly. And right when I tried getting to it, we heard the front door squeak and creak as someone entered the house.
We tried to hide, of course, but...
We hadn't been quick enough with our investigation. And definitely not subtle either.
Yeah, if you threw his papers all over the place.
The whole place looked super chaotic. The wizard immediately knew something was off.
And a potentially dangerous person on high alert is even more dangerous, so we had to be on guard.
Mara hid under the table, but I had other plans.
Oh no, the bushy tail.
I managed to jump on a bookshelf and wedged myself right on top under the ceiling. So I was hidden, but I could still see the whole room.
Good call.
I watched as the magician barged in, but he wasn't alone. He was accompanied by a lizard, a colorful bird, and a two-headed sheep.
The same two-headed sheep that Care was trying to deal with? Melly having the most cat hiding spot ever? Yeah. Oh no, not one of those again.
Huh?
It's nothing. Please continue.
It was so weird. The bird didn't know how to fly, the lizard walked on two legs, and the sheep's two heads always looked in the same direction. As if they all didn't know how to be real animals, just like the dog from the ducks. But now he had proof. The weird animals were definitely connected to the weird wizard. And as if the wizard noticed something, he stopped and said to the animals, "No, you three, get out of here. I don't want you to get in trouble or hurt."
I already had my fingers wrapped around the handle of my knife, ready to strike. I'm sure he felt my murderous intent. But it does sound like he cared about those animals.
That's what I thought too. As soon as I left the room, I saw him create a ball of flames in his hand. He was ready to strike. And I knew I had to do something. He would have done horrible things to Aura. So I meowed.
Dot dot dot. Like a cat?
Uh-huh. I pretended to be a cat. And somehow it worked, even though I was wearing clothes. The wizard turned around and saw me on top of the bookshelf. His features turned from worried to soft in a millisecond, and he said, "Oh, a little rascal. How'd you get in here? Did I lock you in? You must be terribly scared." And I was scared, but not for the reason he thought. So I just meowed a second time, as you do when you're pretending to be a cat. And then he said, very politely, "Would you please come down here? This room isn't a place for little cats, but I can offer you a cup of milk instead." And that was a very tempting offer. So as any cat would, I answered, "No, but I would love some chocolate milk."
Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
I kind of forgot that cats don't usually speak. Needless to say, his face was priceless. But then his hands started to light up again.
I immediately knew she was in danger, so I broke every possible rule the Thieves Guild taught me and just popped up from underneath the table. Oh, here we go, chat. Chance to vote. I'm leaning one, but it's entirely up to you guys. You can vote one or two. Alrighty. Looks like the vote is unanimous. That was very brave of you. Don't know if I'd have been so fearless. Well, You care. Don't pretend that you don't. I had to. The little, like, flicking his eyes back and forth. The wizard turned around. He was surprised, maybe even scared, but he was also ready to fire at me. I already saw my life flashing before my eyes.
And before I could even think about it, I yelled, "We know you don't mean any harm. You're just trying to protect those familiars, right?" Apparently, I hit a nerve. He stopped right in his tracks.
I took advantage of that moment and tried to explain why we were in his home in the first place. I told him everything about the quest, familiars, the weird dog. Usually I'm not very good with words, but, well, your drink definitely did what it was supposed to. I don't know how, but I think we managed to de-escalate the situation. He looked panicked before that, as if he was being chased. Maybe he actually expected people to come after him.
Hearing all of the clues out of Aura's mouth kind of flipped a switch in my brain. I could see the truth right in front of me. Suddenly everything made so much sense. I jumped down from the shelf and began my conclusion. It's clear to me that you, the accused, do not have ill intentions. However, that does not make you innocent. You're still involved in the disappearance of some familiars.
She was walking back and forth while she gave her speech. Needless to say, the wizard and I were equally confused.
You're fond of animals, and as such, also familiars, and while I don't know anything about magic, I have heard the term transmutational before. Who hasn't? Honestly, it's a broadly used term.
That right there was a blatant lie.
Why, the world's greatest detective, have concluded you are turning familiars into animals. Or at least, you're making them look like animals. You also were accompanied by some of those turned familiars, and you cared for their safety. That means they're here of their own free will. So by turning them into animals, you did them a favor. They wanted to be transmuted. But now their patrons and other familiars can't reach them anymore. And they're worried that something bad happened to them, and that's why we're here. Case closed.
That's pretty impressive. And you figured that out all by yourself?
Yep. The magician was also really impressed. I totally hit the nail on the head.
I explained again that we were just there to investigate, but that it was also necessary for the familiars and their friends and families to talk to each other. The remaining familiars wanted an explanation, as well as their former mages. The wizard already felt guilty for doing something behind their backs, of course. Turns out the familiars were unhappy in their dragon-like bodies, and much preferred feeling like real animals. But they were afraid of telling their patrons and familiar friends, so none of their remaining acquaintances knew what happened. Of course, they expected the worst. Why else would your friends just leave you alone and disappear without a trace? Yeah.
But obviously, none of them wanted to continue on like that, so we helped set up a meeting for them to talk it out. And they did. All the magicians were very understanding, if a little sad to lose their connections. The other familiars also welcomed them with open arms, even though they were a little confused at first. They needed a while to understand why their friends wanted to be animals. But I think they got it eventually.
So, all in all, it sounds like a very successful quest?
Absolutely.
I'm glad you got to uncover the truth.
Me too. The magician even decided to give us something in return for helping him.
Neither of us have any use for it, so he wanted you to have it.
Don't say that. That makes it sound like it's a bad gift, and it's not.
What is it then?
It's a ring of beast storing, with a lost familiar inside of it. We found it a long while ago, but its patron never showed up. We named it Renu.
We have a new familiar? Melina can't take care of it, and I have my sheepfish, Rufus. But you have Ondu, so you already know how to take care of a mini dragon. Oh, I absolutely do. There you go, chat. Chance to vote again. While I take a sip of my water, boy, doing that high-pitched Melly voice is murder on my throat. Make sure to hydrate yourselves as well. Alright. Ondu might enjoy some company, so thank you two very much. Look at him! What a little goober! Oh my goodness, he's so cute! What the heck? I forgot his name already. What was his name? Renu. Hi, Renu! What a little goober! Rufus gets lonely without me.
Or is it that you get lonely without him?
He's my pet. I need to take care of him. Don't worry, I'm sure Fable did a good job. Though it's nice to see how much you care for your pet. He's been my only friend since my parents died a long time ago. Oh my gosh, he's so cute! What a little goober! Oh my goodness, what a sleepy little goober! Sorry, I know you're trying to be all angsty over here, but goodness gracious, what a cute little goober.
Oh. Were they also eaten by zombies?
No. They were burned alive. Oh jeez, okay.
Oh. Oh no.
I remember it as if it were yesterday. It was late afternoon, and my parents wanted to visit the adjacent village to buy some grain. But they never returned. I wanted to look for them. Is that literally they went to the store and didn't come back? I wanted to look for them. But when I got to the village, every house, every barn, and even the ground was ablaze. Oh, he looks so sad. I heard yelling, people screaming in pain, pleading for help. And my parents were nowhere to be found. A few of the survivors confirmed they'd seen them earlier that day. Before the fire. Look at Melly's sad face. Yeah, they're bonding over dead parents, I guess. She lost her parents to zombies, he lost his parents, presumably to the fire. I later found out the perpetrator was the pretentious son of a noble family. Oh, that's why you like stealing from nobles. He had a disagreement with a farmer over some payments, and instead paid a bunch of criminals to set fire to his barn. And the fire spread uncontrollably and devoured everything in its path, including innocent lives. Just like it did today.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Ara.
It's alright. I bottled up all my emotions and combined them into desire. That's not a healthy way to cope, man.
For family?
For revenge, of course.
Oh. But that sounds like a lonely desire, though. You haven't found any friends since then?
No. People in the Thieves Guild helped me survive, but they weren't particularly keen on friendship. So I just chose the lonely path that was meant for me. Until Melly wormed her way in.
That's not very nice of them. But now you have me!
And?
We're best friends now. And accomplices. And we can found our own guild.
Oh, we got new info for Melly. As fitting for a young detective, she's always eager to learn and experience new things. Though her youth leads her to attach to the people around her rather quickly. On a different note, her favorite drink is hot chocolate. Looks like I have to add another recipe to my list very soon.
Like a detective's guild. ...
No. Even a grumpy, lonesome person like him can't resist a certain stray cat's charm. Even though the rules of the Shadowbane's Thieves Guild and Murderous Oaths were all he knew for a long time, maybe they'll consider an alternate career in the future. A detective's assistant, for instance. Hot chocolate is a good choice? Yeah.
Give us a few more quests, and we'll be the most famous detectives in all of Fizoa.
I am sure of that. Oh, hey! And good mythical morning to you, innkeeper! This time it's actually still morning.
But that doesn't mean it isn't also morning somewhere else in the world as well.
Of course not.
It's a really cute hat you're wearing.
Thanks.
Can I try it on sometime? Only if you tell me your name. A fellow master of bribery, I see. But there's nothing more you could possibly teach me. A world-class detective like me doesn't need extra lessons in bribery.
So, you're a detective?
Yes! The best detective in all of Fizoa, I might add. I'm Melina, by the way, but you can call me Millie.
Happy to make your acquaintance, Melly. I am Hexagon Hex, but you can call me Hex. Like, by your last name? No, Hex, as in short for hexagon, obviously.
Ah. And who's that grim-looking fellow next to you? Oh, him. They look grouchy, but they're my world-class assistant.
Not by choice.
His name is Aura.
I'm sure it is, yes.
Nice to meet you, Aura. But I think you've gotten enough information out of me.
Sure, not by choice, I know, right? As if he really wanted to leave, he would just leave.
Can I try on your hat now?
That's a tricky one. You see this little star pendant at the tip of my hat?
Uh-huh.
It classifies me as a wizard of the primordial sea. A silver one, I might add. One of Leviathan's most trusted confidants.
Ooh.
And all of his knowledge is directly transmitted to anyone with a hat like mine. That is a flat-out lie. Come on, Hex. In particular, silver stars like me have access to information that leaked to the masses would break the order of this world.
Oh, wow!
But every silver star has to go through extensive mental training. Such amounts of knowledge could drive any mortal without proper training insane. So solve the problem of the fallen stars, why don't you? Yeah, I don't believe this man for some reason. Yeah, like, come on, he's just making this up.
No?
So I can't let you try on my hat without endangering your life. And I couldn't forgive myself if I were the reason Fizoa's best detective went mad. ...
That is very honorable of you.
What?
Hi, The great Detective Melina have concluded that you, Hexagon Hex, are nothing but a bad liar.
Exactly.
Ha! You're a great detective indeed.
I honestly thought you were pretty convincing, Hex.
Thank you. Wait, did you actually believe him?
Of course not. No, I did not. Not even for a second. Considering how much he resents his sister, who is definitely way better than him and never mentioned any of that. Alrighty. Of course not. I just happen to know a thing or two about the Primordial Sea. I've read a few books, heard some rumors, you know how it is. And I really doubt Leviathan would share his precious knowledge with a mere mortal. Nothing against you, Hex.
You got me there. I gotta say, you're really convincing.
I sure am.
Looks like even a great detective like me never stops learning. Honestly, you could have just told me no, though.
You could have just said no, you don't want her to borrow your hat.
I would have revealed my name even without a promising magic hat on the line. But it's more fun this way. I think honesty is also a very important skill to master.
Exactly, Billy. You tell him how it is.
Whatever you say, detective.
But Hex, what brings you here today?
Nothing really. I was just longing for another one of your drinks. You know, the kind that would flood my head with new ideas.
Leave it to me. Alright, chat. Who's gonna be first? Who's gonna get it? Yeah. Good boy. Alrighty. Sparkling Nebula again, because it's his favorite drink. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. So cute. He did it. He doesn't do it every time, but he did it this time. So cute. Oh, good little boy. My little roly-poly dragon boy. There you go. This should do the trick.
Let's see. Oh, I can already feel it. All the ideas, they're manifesting in my brain.
I feel like I'm regretting that. Giving him ideas doesn't feel like a good idea. Honestly, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Thanks, Gabe.
I guess we'll have to find out. Oh, can you maybe show me a magic trick? Just to test your abilities, I mean? Well, yes, of course I can. I'm glad you asked. You know I'm a master of fire. Oh, then, can you also do fireballs?
I wouldn't call a fireball a mere magic trick.
More like a fully fledged spell. But I can create 10 tiny flames on top of my fingertips. Like cute little candles. I want to see that.
I would maybe advise you two to play with fire outside. a lot of my ingredients are very flammable.
You'll miss a real big show then.
I think I'll somehow manage to survive.
Your loss. Are you coming as well?
I'm good.
Alright, Lone Wolf. You're missing out, though.
Certainly.
See you later.
Have fun. Care. It's been a while. Innkeep. Care. This quest up for taking? It sure is. Why else would it be hanging on the quest board? Who asked you, thief? Are you going all by yourself? Of course, I don't do groups. But it could be quite dangerous. Syria seems to be a hotspot for danger at the moment. Do you want to come with me or what? If so, spit it out, kid. No. Fine. There's nothing this great sword can't cleave through by itself. Won't need much help. Cool. They always like that, Innkeep. There you go. There you go, chat. Chance to vote. You're not going with the snarky answer? Worse usually? Fair enough. Alright. He's much nicer with Melly in the room. I mean, not really. He keeps telling Melly he doesn't want to go either. Anywho, seems we have a unanimous vote. That depends on who's in the room. The smile. ... I see how it is. You do? Yeah, of course I do. You're like a dragon. You barely know me, so it's obvious that you're reserved as to not expose any weak spots. But sometimes you gotta find the fine line between being reserved and being a tad too... edgy. That. Can you stop psychoanalyzing me? No, it's literally my job as an innkeeper, apparently. Yes. No. Exactly. Right. Not like you're right with any of your assumptions. You could always enlighten us. I'll pass, but I wouldn't mind another drink. Same as always? Yes. Something, you know, something for my aura. Gotcha. On the house this time. Oh, here you go, chat. We'll get there first. Yeah, you got it. Good boy. A different charisma drink, all right. So we have this one, or we have this one. Sunny breeze or the thousand winds? Sunny breeze. A delicious sunny breeze will melt your tensions and blow away your stresses, leading to enhanced charm, focus, and reflexes. It tastes like a pleasant wind flowing through the woods on a warm summer day. Very popular among bards and rangers. And then you have a thing of wheat to chew on at the end, or to stick out of your mouth or something, like cowboys do. Let's see. I think we put in a honey flower. And then we do 1, 2. And then we do 1, 2. Yay, we did it. Free toothpick. I don't know if it's sturdy enough for a toothpick, but at the very least, you can, like, do the cowboy thing of having it stick out of his mouth and try to look like a badass or something. Thanks. That's good. Enough. Splendid. Dot, dot, dot. Alright, moving on. What about you, Care? I'd like to know more about the chasmscape that's the path to Diria. I mean, I haven't been there yet. Me neither, actually. It's supposed to use the feather, but you didn't add that. I mean, I don't think it matters as long as you get the score, but... Really? You think I never leave this tavern? Dot, dot, dot. Do you have any special insights that might be useful? Not so much about the situation in Diria itself, but bits and bobs I picked up over the last days. Enlighten me. As you might have read, travel to Diria has become a bit of a hazard. Collapsing bridges, disappearing animals, nervous diplomats. Sounds like a haven for bandits. Among other things. Either way, I'll get that blue blood to Diria. Okay, so we hadn't sent anyone off on this quest yet. Of course. How about a drink to aid with the undertaking? I thought you'd never ask. Any wishes? I mean, this could go either way, depends on what truly is going down in Diria. Timing might be important, being swift and smart about it. Evasion, that's what you call it. I might have a good infusion for that, the feather of a golden loon. What? Oh, a rare waterfowl. Legend has it, the wind still resides in its feathers, which is why they lend you its speed. Oh, intriguing. Suppose it'd be great for the evasion if you added something for the brains to it. Though I'll be dealing with a diplomat, so a little additional charisma to get me on his good side wouldn't hurt either. Definitely doable. Alternatively, to be prepped for every possible situation, something up to my defenses wouldn't be too bad. How do you feel about traveling under the blessing of the dragons? I'm all ears! Oh, she was excited about that one. With a little citron, your weapon strikes will be blessed, great against any bandits or bridges. That sounds like something my Baba would have chosen, not that she would have needed it. Oh, what did we just get? She inherited the huge greatsword from her grandma, whom Care lovingly calls Baba. Grandma must have been a true hero, devoted to both her strength and the dragons. Naturally, Care has very high expectations of herself. Luckily, she allows herself some breaks every now and then. If the situation really is that dangerous, something that'd give me more protection would fit. If it comes with enough strength to strike back, that is. But being able to evade the threat by being smart and fast about it might be better. You know what, Inkeep? I'll leave the choice to you. You should know what you're doing. Let me think about it. This is a difficult one. You said it twice? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so... Oh. Yep. You got there. Okay. So we have... I'm gonna open the vote. We can discuss. So... Care herself is not really a talker. She is more of a warrior. She is accompanying someone who is a good talker. The politician, the diplomat, whatever. If they're hiring someone as a bodyguard, you would think strength and defense would be more important. But the game has had a tendency of the talky, smart option being the better one. But as I said earlier, it's very possible that the game might use that against us and pick one that's the opposite of that. So far, we have been playing to the character's strengths. Like, we do stealthy for the stealth boy, and I think the last quest we sent Care on, we also gave her a strength potion. So I guess it could go either way. Personally, I'm leaning towards the strength and defense one. We gave her intelligence. Oh, right, because she solved it with a clever solution, right. But the problem is, she's supposed to bodyguard somebody. Now, that to me, like, because she's not going by herself, she's going to be protecting somebody who is smart and charismatic. To me, it stands to reason that if we complement that with her being able to protect that person, because it's not just about herself, it's literally about being a bodyguard for somebody. And like, I think if you're trying to protect somebody else, you'd have to be able to physically, like, get in the way if something was about to hurt them, right? Because we know that there's, like, a bridge collapse, and there's, like, animals that are stampeding, there's, like... I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We're getting votes in for the strength defense one. But again, the game has had a habit of the clever, smart solution, the clever, charismatic solution being the right one, so... That's why I leave it up to you guys, so it's not my fault when it goes wrong. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. Trust, my trusty assistants. Yes, you are my trusty assistants. Thanks, chat. Alright, I think we're going with the strength and defense one. Which will be... Steel Tonic, I would think. The buff party tank of your dreams. Boosts your vitality, leaves you impenetrable to damage if they're even fast enough to hit you. Mostly defense with a bit of strength and a bit of... Oh, that's too much strength, maybe, because it's asking for 1, not 2. Or does that mean 1 or 2? The Silent Owl genuinely just looks like the Raven Queen. It looks really cool. So, do we go Steel Tonic, or do we go... No, first Snow? is the other option. Hiking snowy mountains? That's not really a thing. Frosted Lagoon is the other option. I think Steel Tonic is the best one, honestly. It boosts all the physical skills. Depends on what the infusion adds. Yeah, that's fair. Let's try this one. Because we need this one. That removes Dex. But I think if we add one in... One Dex. And then we need... 1, 2 Strength. That's too much. Dang it. Here you go. Enjoy. One of these. One. And then 1, 2. Yeah, we did it. Steel Tonic, yep, that's the right one. And it's Citron. Yeah. It's the dragon. We got it. Alright. Last chance to pet the pet. Yeah, what a good boy. May the dragons guide your way. And I think thematically that fits too, because it said that her grandma was very much into the blessings of the dragons as well. So I think thematically you pick the right option. Let's hope it's the right one. Let's hope she survives. May they. Oh hey! Rhea! Where are you headed? Dear Rhea, some diplomat clown is in need of aid. Needs some escorting of sorts? Aye, Innkeep. Is this the escort quest you've been offering? Yep. Boggin' crap. I've been meaning to take that one to earn a little bit of coin on the side. Well, I've already committed to it. And what if I tell you that I want the quest? Well, you ain't getting it. Simple. You can go together, ladies. You can both go. Could you stop me? Could you stop me? Do you want me to try? I'd love you to. Come on now, just go together. Exactly. For once, Aura has the right has the right suggestion. Who asked you? Exactly. Your conversation is giving me a headache. The solution is as easy as it is efficient. Go together. One takes on the big bads, the other the small ones. Either way, you're better prepared for a fight. And your defense will be better. Listen, I'm looking to buy some materials for an important project. Material costs exploded ever since the stars fell. I wouldn't mind a side gig. You look sturdy, like you could take a few blows, so... Sure. Let's do it. Let's meet tonight at the crossroad to Themis. We'll leave from there. Great. I'll head to my room to start packing. And to take a nap. You could probably use one, huh? Those are effective after all, huh? Oh, shush. I hadn't even noticed. Look! the Christmas, like, wreath or whatever this is called. Not wreath. I don't know what this is called in English. And the new pet is so cute. Anyway, ... You're a Burden fella, aren't you? This is just who I am. I've met fellas like you before. You're all the same. A garland, that's the word, yeah. Often you've the truest hearts of gold. Yeah, exactly. Can we skip the sincerity? My headache is bad enough. Oi, Inkeep. Rhea? Kyle keeps talking about fireworks. He's still oblivious about what actually happened. Flux with the fools, they say. For many, it'd be easier if it had just been fireworks. He keeps blabbering about that letter. Can we finally read the letter, game? Oh? Have you opened it yet? No. Please open it! Dreading what might be inside. Oh, here you go, chat. Chest about. I don't think either of these are correct. We do have the time, but maybe our main character doesn't care, but we care. Oh boy. Okay, well. Didn't have the time yet. Suddenly your lines don't sound so empty anymore. Don't think too hard about it. Archie! Think about what? Nothing. Of course not. I didn't mean to pry or anything, even though I'm very curious by nature. Good for you. I would agree. That and wanderlust is the reason why I decided to come here. To the tavern, to Zenith, to adventure. Woohoo. Thank you. ... I've come to inquire whether someone has already embarked on the quest to escort my dear friend to Diria. Very much so. She's sitting right here. Where? Okay. Oh, how rude of me. Of course. Hello, brave adventurer. Rhea's enough. Hello, brave Rhea. You are the one who's going to escort my dear friend. Along with care. That one. Oh, Carolyn. Phenomenal. I'm beyond thrilled to learn that my dear friend is going to be in such capable hands. Though, I've been wondering. Come on, spit it out. Could I perhaps join? It's totally alright if not, but this diplomat is very dear to me and it feels like my duty to aid him. Oh boy. That's why the chapter is called It's set for 2 or for 3. Can you even fight? Well, I can talk. Very well, in fact. I can fight with my words. ... Oh, we got a new thing on Archie. Turns out Archie is not only an avid reader, but also an aspiring author. To fulfill his dream and acquire more inspiration for his works, he's determined to go on a real, quote-unquote, real quest. Good thing his childhood friend is in dire need of brave adventurers to help him out. The wolf would hate it. So sure thing. Come along, lad. I'll show you some tricks. We leave at midnight. Really? How exciting! Come on, let's go. Oh, how the turntables! Me, going on a very dangerous and important quest, instead of merely reading about it. Seems like you're on the right path for your hero's journey. Indeed. All the stories I'll have to tell when I return, innkeeper. I can't wait. Looks like you guys really made the best choice, because now we have an actual talkie person joining in, so we really are gonna need somebody who is purely defense and muscle. Farewell, see you soon. Goodbye. Bye. See you soon. I hope their quest goes well and they don't run into anything unexpected. Oh, look at the pretty garland. It's so pretty. Oh, and the music goes solemn again. What's on your mind? Are there any open quests left? There is one, but it involves social conflict resolution. Sure, whatever. Ooh. Interesting. I'm taking this. Isn't it a bit too soon to go on another quest? You just got back. At least have a long rest, replenish some resources. I'm good. Oh, here you go, chat. Chance to vote. I mean, that's the benefit of playing marshals, I suppose, is you don't lose a lot of resources. It's not like you have to replenish a bunch of spell slots. Alright. Just want our buddy to be okay? Yeah. Are you sure? No, but who cares? I do. We do. I do. Exactly. Thanks, Inkeep. Don't. Bit too late for that, I'm afraid. Dot, dot, dot. I already paid you with a story today, so let me get one of those quest drinks. Something with a little more violence. I don't think I'll be doing that. Oh! Hey, Fable!
Hiya, Inkeep.
Hiya, Fable.
Hiya, Mel.
Yeah, never mind. Would you like a drink? Which quest is he taking? I believe it's the social resolution quest is the one for Baya's friends, the Mari Morgan and the other thing. The Banshee, the Mari Morgan and the Banshee, who are having a couples dispute. Would you like a drink?
Actually, I'm here for a quest. Archie told me there was still one left, and I wanted to ask if I could take it.
Good question, Fable. Thunderclap. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, dot, dot. I see it's on me to answer it. Aura is thinking about taking the quest.
Who's Aura?
John, Malachite, that guy.
Oh! Nice name.
Look at him smiling! See? He's got a heart of gold underneath all of that. Thank you.
But, if you're already taking it, I guess I'm too late. I hope you have fun.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Chat, please pick option 3. Please pick option 3. Please pick option 3. I'm leaving it to you to vote, but please pick option 3. Totally not biasing your choices. 100% option 3, yeah. Thank you, chat. Why don't you two go together?
Together? Is that allowed?
Of course. Teamwork is the adventuring world's bread and butter. Most heroic deeds are not done alone.
Life would be very lonely that way.
It would be, yes. So you should go on this quest together. Combine your individual strengths to solve any problem better than you could alone. And you would get to know each other better in the process. It's a win-win.
Aura, what do you think? Would you be okay with that?
I guess. Would you?
I think so. It sounds fun.
He's smiling. He's pretending not to, but he's smiling. Oh, this is so cute. This is so cute. This is the first person he's actually been excited to hang out with. Like with Melly, it's reluctant, but look at this. Look at this smile. Cool. It's settled then. You'll go together.
If I can ask, what exactly is the quest about? Archie only mentioned there was one.
Melly started melting his heart, yeah. But Fable melts everyone's heart. Without even trying. It's simple. Baya is worried because the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon and the Mary Morgan of the Ashen Grove aren't speaking to each other. She fears the end of their relationship would also mean the end of her friendship with them. Fable already knows one of these characters, yeah.
Baya is friends with the Mary Morgan?
Best friends.
So we need to talk to the Mary Morgan?
And the Banshee. What an opportunity. I always wanted to come face to face with the embodiment of sorrow. Of course.
Don't you think that's scary?
No. You know what's scary? Failing relationships. Ouch! Social fights are the most dangerous kind. As someone who has regularly played Vampire the Masquerade over the last few years, yes! Absolutely!
I find them less scary than, wrathful spirits.
Seems like together your fears will cancel each other out. I don't know enough, I don't know enough about math to dispute that. That is a surprisingly clever comeback, Ara. Speaking of math-ish, how do you two want to approach this? This is not an easy task, so we must be smart about it. Do you still have any of those fey crystals? The ones that make you fade into the shadows entirely? Sure do. Good. I suggest you mix those with a hefty serving of intelligence. Then we can turn invisible and come up with a clever ruse to make them fall for each other again without them ever knowing it was us. That's not how you do conflict resolution, Aura. You can't parent trap two people back together. That is not how relationships work. You have to actually talk things out. Do you just want to avoid social interaction in a quest that is explicitly about social interaction? Maybe. Or maybe I just remember how well being invisible served me last time. It worked in the Parent Trap? Debatable. And there were kids involved in that one. Fair enough. I don't know. I feel like they should talk about their feelings. Yes, they absolutely should. What if their feelings are that they never want to talk to each other ever again? Well, then you can talk that out and at least part ways in a nice way instead of hating each other for forever. Exactly what Fable. Exactly, Fable.
Then they should talk about that too.
That's not the point of the quest. Yes, it is. The point is to not lose the friendship with Baya.
I think it is. We should face the problem head on instead of trying to find a way to avoid it. I think I could do with another round of charisma for this one. And maybe, Innkeeper, Clay mentioned you have a Thunder Sage? That would help us inspire other people, right?
Correct. I'll admit, it works a little differently for everyone, but I have no doubt you'll figure it out. Fable spitting truths? I know, right? Look, conflict resolution, especially when there's a third party involved that is very invested in at least everyone staying friends, you need to talk about this stuff. You can't just trick people into liking each other again. That is not how relationships work. Communication, 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 as we have said earlier in this game multiple times. Speaking of Clay, he wanted me to tell you that he and Tia will make it back in time for the barbecue.
Really? That's amazing. Ori, you should come too. We're having a barbecue at the werewolf settlement on the 31st. It'll be great fun, I think.
I don't think so.
Oh, alright.
I have to get back to Rufus at some point. He'll need his wool cut. Speaking of Rufus, if you're here, Fable, where's the sheepfish?
Melina picked him up. She said she'd bring him home so he has to spend less time alone.
Great.
Was that wrong? I told her exactly what kind of food to give him, in case he gets hungry while they wait for you.
No, it's fine. He likes her. They're a good match. Anyway, we should hurry, so you don't miss your barbecue.
You're right. Innkeeper, can you help us pick the right approach? Either invisible and intelligent, or charismatic and inspiring? I trust your expertise. ...
Let me think about it. Alrighty, chat. Who's getting there first? Yeah. Such a cute little purple bowling ball. Anyway, we have the... I believe this is the Thunder Sage. Sure looks like it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys to vote on either the intelligence and invisibility or the charisma with the Thunder Sage. Oh, I'm guessing we're gonna get a few more then, by the looks. Definitely two, or just wants to avoid social conflict. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There already is social conflict, though, is the problem. But yeah, that's fair. Okay. So. Then. Alrighty, it looks like the vote's unanimous for the charisma one. That would be 1,000 wins, maybe? Or... what other one? The Sunny Breeze? The Sunny Breeze, the 1,000 Winds, or the Spoken Heart? What do we think? I guess it has to be... going off the int, it has to be the Sunny Breeze. Because we have 2 points of int from the Sage. So I think it has to be the Sunny Breeze, actually. Because the other ones... 1,000 Winds doesn't have any. The Spoken Heart only doesn't have any either. So it's a Sunny Breeze. So then we have 1 point of dex. And then 1, 2, 3 points of charisma. Sunny Breeze. That is the right one, right? Yes. Alrighty. Let's hope we pick... Whoa! That was a different bell sound. I think a direct approach is the better choice. After all, honest communication is important, right? Would you say so? Very much so. And you? ...
I think honesty is the best approach to any situation, including this one.
Agreed.
I think the only question left is, where should we start?
The Ashen Grove is closer. And you already know where to find the Mary Morgan. You do?
Yes. I, encountered her before.
So she'll remember you? Useful.
I hope not. Last time she tried to drown me.
Oh, I see.
It was pretty embarrassing. ...
I know the way to the Banshee, too. It might be smarter to start with one further away. Work backwards and all.
That makes sense. Let's do that.
Good. But we should prepare first. The journey to Boreas won't be easy.
You're right. We should leave tomorrow morning.
We should. ... Wonderful! Glad to know that you'll actually rest between quests, Sora. If I must.
You went on a quest with Melly, right? Who was it?
Fine. Reminded me of my parents.
Are they, well?
They're dead. Burned to death.
I'm sorry. That's horrible.
That's life. I mean, fair, I guess.
It shouldn't be. How old were you when you lost them?
7.
Oh, wow. That must have been really scary.
Oh, Fable, you're such a cinnamon roll. Oh, he looks so sad. He's finally showing some emotion. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's actually crying. Oh, man. It was fine.
It doesn't sound fine.
Oh, come on, Fable. These two are gonna bond. Fable's gonna get through to him.
When I was 7, I ran into a vine-spiked boar while searching for friendly rocks. It chased me through the forest for almost an entire hour. First, I thought that I was gonna die. Then I was sure I was never gonna set foot outside again. But when they found me crying, my family hugged me so tightly, they dried up all my tears. And when I sat in my room, frozen in fear, we danced and played board games until I forgot I was even scared. I can't imagine not having that.
I can. It was...
Please don't say fine.
Scary. Really scary. Oh, poor baby. I waited at home by myself for 2 whole days. I thought the shadows were gonna eat me at some point. And when I finally was brave enough to leave, it was too late.
You know it wasn't your fault, right?
I know I never want to feel that scared again. But it's fine, because I fixed it. Oh, you got your revenge, huh? Fixed it? How? By taking revenge on the assholes who caused their death. Asshole who caused their death. A popular approach these days.
Did that, make you feel any better?
Yeah, sure. It was just a natural part of my journey, following the path of darkness. It's my destiny. Misery is nobody's destiny. Youch, what a line.
She's right. You shouldn't confine yourself to sadness just because it's what you're used to. Besides, the innkeeper always says you can choose your own destiny. And I decided our destiny is to bring these 2 lovebirds back together, at least for now.
And the smile. This is the most emotion that I have ever seen in one conversation with anyone. Fable really gets to him, doesn't he? Don't they? Good grief. I think I need to go. Prepare for a treacherous journey ahead. There you go, chat. Chance to vote. Well, I take a sip of water here. Alrighty. You should let Melina know you're leaving. She'll be worried senseless otherwise. Let her know you'll be back. I might not be. Don't be like your parents. Oof! Ouch! Ouch! That hurt! You could see it on his face. But Melly is kind of your surrogate daughter at this point. You can't just leave her in the lurch and not tell her anything. Good grief. Ow, that hurt! Whatever. Time to go. Maybe little sister, but still.
Do you think I should go after them?
I think sometimes we need a bit of time to feel our feelings by ourselves before we feel comfortable enough feeling them in front of other people. Now, isn't that a mood? Holy crap. That's a no, right? Give him a moment. You'll have plenty of time to be there for them when you're trying to play matchmaker for the undead. Right. You have to do that. Wait, she's fine. I'll be fine. Mary Morgan probably doesn't even remember me. And if she does, I can just run, or hide, or cry. No matter what, you won't be alone. I can't tell Aura how afraid I am. It'll be so embarrassing. If you want to be there for him, you should also let him know when you're scared. It's only fair. I don't want to burden them with my problems. Being a burden every once in a while is part of the wonderful experience of being loved. This game with the lines, holy shit. Being a burden every once in a while is part of the wonderful experience of being loved. Man! Because then you can... And it's so true, because what is a relationship if not burdening each other so you can share in each other's burdens and joys? You share in each other's joys and you share in each other's burdens. Isn't that the whole point of any relationship, whether love or friendship or familial? Any good, healthy relationship does that. No? Oh man, that is one heck of a line. Also, I think Melly tried to scratch her way up to the clock. Things clawed the wallpaper, I'm just now noticing. Holy cow, that is a line. Sorry, I needed to take a second to process that one. Phew. Your friends appreciate it when you trust them enough to let them help you. Because when you care for people, you're willing to put in a little work to make them smile. But you already know all this, don't you? I do. But it's just so much harder to keep in mind when it comes to myself. Yep. It's always easier to look at it to other people rather than at yourself. Oh, here you go, chat. Time to vote. This game continues to get super real, yeah. Did you get the line that we got stuck on here? Did you see that? Were you there for that line, or were you away for a minute? Yup. That's the line. There you go. Always seems to happen in this game. There's some profound stuff in here. Anywho, I know, but you've been doing very well, Fable. Thank you, Innkeeper. It's all thanks to you. That isn't true. I've been trying to help you the best I can, but you're the one who actually has to change. Exactly what I always keep saying. You can't make someone change their minds. You can try and help them and give them the arguments and try and help them see other points of view, but ultimately they have to change their minds. You can't do that for them. And I'm proud of how far you've come. Let's call it teamwork then. Let's. Anytime. Can I stay for a little longer? I think I need a bit more time before I can face my fears. Always, Fable. Thank you. We already gave Fable a drink. The mission drink. So they should be fine, hopefully. Morning. It's not morning. Did I sleep that long? No, it's still the same day. You think you're the one who needs a drink after that? Yup. The concept of sharing burdens in a relationship. And, boy. No, it's still the same daycare. Ah, that makes more sense. Not morning, Elfie. Not morning. How did you sleep? Soundly. Feels like I haven't slept so well in ages. Archie said you're going on a quest? Every time with the thunderclap, it's so funny. Yeah, Rhea and I will be escorting some rich dipshit to Diria. Be a little nicer, please. He's Archie's friend. Sorry. We'll be escorting some rich idiot to Diria. He's Archie's friend? I see. That's why he was so excited. 'Cause his friend's leaving. Must really be craving some peace and quiet. Jeez, Care. Way to be grumpy. Oh, no. He's excited because they get to travel together. What? He said he's, coming along? Since when? Rhea invited him. Grrr. Great. Is it too late to back out? There you go, chat. I mean, we already served you the steel potion drink. It'd be kind of ungrateful of you to then not do it. Oh, that was an immediate response. Alright. Yes, don't be a coward. Fine. But I'll need another drink. That would be rather difficult. I already gave you a drink tailored to your quest, and my boosts shouldn't be mixed so irresponsibly right before an adventure. So I'm just supposed to deal with this headache by myself? Yes. Very helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you think something exciting will happen on your quest? We'll see. I've got a good feeling about it. You reckon I'm gonna meet another guardian? Maybe. That would be fun, right? What kind would you like to meet this time? Not sure. I feel like I already met the one I was looking for. What could be greater than tricking a wyvern chimera? You're right. I think that means it's time to befriend the, realm keepers now. Wouldn't that be something? Which one would you like to meet the most? Gaia. Can't think of a greater honor than that. You? Gaia as well, but I feel like I should, pick someone else for balance. Cassiopeia, maybe? I'd love to ask her how she's doing right now. Maybe give her a hug. You'd be the type to give a dragon a hug. What does that mean? That you're a sweet cinnamon roll and you must be protected at all costs? That you're very lovely, I think. Also that. Something like that. No. So, fellow dragon enjoyer, who would you pick? No repeats. Ooh. Talking about cinnamon rolls, you're making you want one? Well, hey, look, I can't help that Fable is one. Here you go, chat. Do we want to go for Ur, the first dragon and the origin of everything? Tuat, the great spirit dragon, or Leviathan, the serpent of the primordial sea? Now, I'm a squid, so I would pick Leviathan, but that's me. That's me. Choice will be mine anyway. It looks like it. Alrighty. Leviathan, the serpent of the primordial sea. Why? You like snakes? I do. I also enjoy elemental magic, and swimming, and chaos. I do enjoy all of those things. What was that last one? Swimming. Right. But I suspect your quest will have its merits even if you don't meet any of the Realm Keepers.
That's true. I bet you and Rhea will have a lot to talk about. And you can teach Archie more about adventuring.
I'm not so sure about that.
You're a great teacher. I've learned so much from you already, just by being your friend.
Oh, everyone needs a friend like Fable, and everyone should be Fable's friend. Ah, I love Fable.
Like, how to say what I really mean. I'm still working on it, obviously, but I feel so much better when I'm being honest about what I want.
You've been getting a lot better at it.
Thank you. And Millie loves practicing with you too. She says she wants to ask Rhea to build her a greatsword of her own.
So a regular-sized dagger? Teaching someone to hold a sword is one thing. Guts and bravery are something else. Not sure I can teach Archie something. I'm still practicing myself.
You can always practice together.
Yeah. Speaking of practice, you're going on a quest too, Elfie?
I am. Laura and I are gonna fix the Banshee and the Mary Morgan's relationship.
Is that Sneaky Twister's new name? The Sneaky Twister? Sorry. I don't know why that got to me so much. He really is. He's a sneaky air elemental. He's a sneaky twister. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but it is.
It is.
Ain't you scared of the Mary Morgan?
Only a little.
Okay, maybe a lottle. That's also fun.
Do you think she's going to drown me? Or do you think the Banshee will? Maybe they'll reunite through the teamwork of drowning me?
Probably not. I think you'll probably find some wacky-as-heck solution that no person in the history of dragonkind would ever have thought of. Like being kind or whatever.
I like that.
Common grounds to build a relationship on, indeed. Indeed. And if all else fails, you've always got an insane air echo by your side to pull you out of the water. If he can swim. Sounds like wonderful couples therapy to me. Yeah, I mean, given how sweet Fable is, I'm sure they will manage.
He's sane.
Is he?
Well, mostly I think he's sad. And sadness can make people feel a lot of intense things.
Like fear or anger or nothing at all. Anything that isn't sadness. It's easy to lose yourself in that, but there's always a way out if you're looking. Mm-hmm. You taking that sheepfish thing along? Maybe? I think he might let him stay with Melina, so she isn't so alone. Or so he isn't at risk of losing him? Probably both. Not a bad idea. Would hate for her to be all alone while you two go chasing ghosts. Maybe we can send Grace over to check up on her. Or a hex. No. Guess if you're going with whatever the Drake's his name is, you'll finally be able to ask him about his cheesecake recipe. Cheesecake recipe? Melina mentioned he has a good one. I thought maybe he could show me how to make it. Oh. Apparently, Aura knows a good cheesecake recipe. That is a delightful little tidbit. Here you go, chat. Alrighty. That sounds like a great idea. Ask him. You can use my kitchen if you want to. Really? That would be amazing. I'll ask him. Maybe. Andu will be waiting for you. On a completely different note, Kara, what happened to those undead snails you wanted to check in on? Well, they're slow, ain't they? Still got a little time to stick around. So you'd say you like it here? It's not too bad here. Thought maybe I'd even bring my cousin a souvenir. Hands off my trinkets. I ain't that air echo. I'll get her something from the market or the elf settlement. And maybe I'll bring you something back from her farm, Elfie. You mentioned you'd love to try planting some ghost berries. Either way, I'll stop by sooner or later. Don't want to risk her turning into a werewolf and moving house. No, but seriously, if any more of my family members turn into dragon-forsaken werewolves, I'll be joining the Van Helsings. Still don't know if they kill werewolves. Don't care. Do you think I could come with you? When you go, I mean. I could gather the ghost berries myself, and I know a lot about snails. Oh. Here you go, chat. Do we want to encourage Fable to go, or do we want to encourage Fable to stay here and help people here? According to the movie, the Van Helsings do hunt werewolves. I guess we'll see. Alrighty, unanimous. You should. You've got away with her family members. And the snails would love you. I have to agree. You'd probably make it a chaotic mess, but... a fun chaotic mess. Yeah. Seems like you guys did end up forming a party after all. Shut up. Okay.
Anyway, it's like late. I think I should go back to this settlement and catch some rest.
Oh, we got a new thing on Fable. Fable has a hidden talent for being able to read other people extremely well. Despite their anxiety, they know what to say in serious situations and go out of their way to help people in need. Turns out, a little bit of positive feedback and validation is enough motivation to chase their dreams of adventuring.
Carolyn? Do you want to come with? We can stop by the werewolf settlement and, say hi to Mr. Dragon?
Fable secretly has expertise in insight, yeah.
Or, bye? Ain't sure I got any tips for you in return, but I can listen to you worrying. Yeah, you're good at that. Do you want to come too, Innkeeper?
I'm afraid Ondu doesn't do well in civilization. Or alone. Especially not alone. Yeah, we now have 2 dragon familiars to take care of. But I'll be eagerly awaiting your stories.
We'll return with plenty.
I'm counting on it. Good night, Care. Good night, Fable.
Nat. Good night.
And we end the day. End the chapter. And with that... Oh, there's an interlude, apparently. I don't know how long that's gonna take. So I think I am going to call the stream... Does Reno not get fed? I'm sure he does, they just don't have an animation for it. I think I'm gonna call it here. I said I was gonna do a chapter every Monday, and it is a work day, and tomorrow is also a work day, so that's long enough for a Monday. Thank you for... Where's Renu? If you scroll back a little bit in the stream once it's done, you'll find that we had a little dragon familiar that we got up in the top right of the tavern. He wasn't on screen for the final part of that, but we got an extra familiar. The white one, yes. He's a sleepy goober. But yeah. I think I'm gonna call it here. Thank you all for being here. I know these streams are kind of short compared to my Friday ones, but that's just kind of how it is on the Mondays. Thank you all for being here, for voting, for petting Ondu. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever time zone you're in. And I will see you on Friday. Same time. Well, not the same time, but the same stations. With a game I haven't chosen yet, but I will schedule the stream on YouTube as soon as I know. So, thank you all, and bye-bye.